said don't jump on the bed, we jumping.
A killer party. What's the ingredient? What do you do to make just an amazing killer party cake?
This is what you need to do. And he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Some celebrity interviews seemed harmless at the time, awkward, maybe even a little funny, but knowing what we know now, they feel like eerie foreshadowing of what was really going on behind the scenes. Looking back, these will send chills down your spine.
To show my panel a fascinating interview we found from 1991. Bill Cosby was on CNN promoting a book. He tells an interesting story. Take a look.
Actor and comedian Bill Cosby has faced dozens of sexual assault allegations over the years, even from underage girls, many claiming he drugged them before taking advantage of them. Rewinding back to a 1991 interview, Cosby casually explained exactly what he was doing on national television.
Spanish fly was the thing that all boys from age 11 on up to death, we will still be searching for Spanish fly.
That's right.
And what was the old story was, if you took a little drop, no, it was on the head of a pin.
That's right.
And
Drop
you put
it
it
in
in
a
a drink.
Coca-Cola. Don't matter.
It doesn't make it, and the girl would drink it, and
she's yours.
Hello, America.
In a 2016 interview on The Tonight Show, Melissa Benoist joined Jimmy Fallon and shared details about a so-called unfortunate accident she'd experienced.
I was going down steps and I slipped and fell and hit my eye on a potted plant.
Fast forward 3 years, Melissa revealed to her Instagram followers that she'd been a victim of domestic violence and that the story she told on Jimmy Fallon was just a cover for what really happened.
I am a survivor of domestic violence, or IPV, intimate partner violence, which is something I never in my life expected I would say, let alone be broadcasting into the ether. The first time it happened, he threw a smoothie at my face. It smacked my cheek and exploded all over the floor and the sofa. I ran to grab paper towels, rushing back because I was so worried about cleaning the couch. Then the fact that it was all over my face, my hair, my clothes, and that my cheek was painfully throbbing. I thought that I could love him enough to make him see a way of life where violence was not the way you handled emotions. So I consciously deluded myself into thinking that forgiveness would heal him enough to make it stop.
It took until 2017 for Hollywood's abuse to come to light, but within the industry, it had long been an open secret. That much was clear in a 2005 red carpet interview with Courtney Love.
Hi, Comic Central. Do you have any advice for a young girl moving to Hollywood? I'll get lively with us. Harvey Weinstein invites you to a private party in the Four Seasons downtown.
She later clarified on Twitter that she was never one of his victims, but said she was eternally banned from the industry for that one interview alone.
There are a lot of parents out here who want to put their kids in this business. Their kids are cute, they're great actors, What would you say to a parent who just has the best of intentions who's coming here with their child?
Corey Feldman and his friends were sadly among the victims of Hollywood's nightmare. In a 2013 interview, he issued a chilling warning to any parents whose children had dreams of becoming actors.
I'm saying that there are people that were the people that did this to both me and Corey that are still working, they're still out there, and they're some of the richest, most powerful people in this business.
And they are
And they do not want me saying what I'm saying right now.
Are you saying that they're pedophiles?
Yes.
And that they're still in this business?
Yes.
Now, you're legendary for the parties that you throw. You throw a great party.
I'm a legend, baby, for a whole bunch of things.
Yes.
You know.
Huh?
Yeah.
A killer party. What's the ingredient? What do you do to make just an amazing killer party cake?
This is what you need to do.
The same goes for the music industry, where Puff Diddy has now been publicly exposed for the predator he truly is. But looking back at his older interviews, the signs were right there in front of us all along. Like when he explained to Conan the setup of his private parties.
Okay, now, we need alcohols.
Right.
Alcohols.
Right. Not just one alcohol.
Alcohols. If you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Gotta keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but rock with me, but just check it out. You need a lot of heat. A lot of heat. Yeah.
Heat. You mean that physically the place has to be hot?
You don't have no air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
No.
Why is that?
Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects, like, you know, everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat.
That just sounds disgusting. What are you talking about?
Depends on the way you look at it.
Depends. Oh, people start getting it gets kind of sexy. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you sexy. New word for you.
Yeah.
Because P. Diddy be wanting the body. And you gotta tell him no.
Or that moment when a young Justin Bieber was mid-rant about his life with Diddy, only to be abruptly cut off.
Got me a Lamborghini.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last time.
He had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
He even predicted his own arrest back in a 1999 interview.
They won't even give me a permit for the parties, man. They don't want me to throw the parties no more. But we ain't gonna stop. We're gonna keep on having fun, bringing people together from all walks of life. You're gonna hear about my parties. They're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we wanna have a good time.
We have more P. Diddy footage later in the video, including a secret, unseen video of his parties. In 2020, Chris D'Elia was accused of sexual harassment and predatory behavior, including allegations that he solicited explicit photos from underage girls through Snapchat. After the news broke, an old podcast clip resurfaced where he and his co-hosts were discussing a teacher who had sent inappropriate photos to her students. And it was at this moment where Chris realized he could be next.
Why does she have her students Snapchat?
Yeah, well, that's weird, yeah.
Let me see her body. Dude, if I'm 15
that's amazing.
And this history teacher sends me those tits.
It was at this moment that panic set in on Chris's face when he realized that photos and messages on Snapchat can actually be saved.
How did it come out? Like, how did they...
The boy's mother ended up finding it.
Finding it? What do you mean? Snapchat goes away, right? How they...
He probably saved it. You can screen record, take screenshots.
Wow.
You gotta know that that's gonna happen. Some people do some crazy shit.
It's common for talk show hosts to use persuasive tactics to get answers from their guests, but there's a fine line. With Ellen DeGeneres recently being labeled a bully and a generally toxic presence, this moment with Mariah Carey confirms it.
The other thing is that people are saying that that you're pregnant. There's rumors.
Don't discuss that.
Mariah was clearly uncomfortable discussing her personal life, but Ellen cornered her by offering a glass of champagne, implying that if she didn't drink it, then she must be pregnant.
That's not champagne, because you can't.
No, it is.
Is it really?
Yeah, you want to taste it?
I can't believe you did this to me, Ellen.
What? No,
Are you trying
I'm not going to ask you if you're pregnant or
This
not.
is
I'm
peer
just going to
pressure.
say.
Do you see what Ellen is doing? This is peer pressure.
No. Let's toast to you not being pregnant. If you're not pregnant, then we should.
Oh, my goodness.
You're pregnant. You're pregnant. You are pregnant.
It becomes even more uncomfortable when you realize Mariah had struggled with infertility for much of her life.
Let me take some of the vodka next to me.
Why aren't you answering?
Ellen did that to me and tried to put me on the spot
All right.
with some alcohol.
Okay.
Real alcohol.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot. To me, it's nice if you are.
We do begin tonight with singer R. Kelly, sentenced to 30 years behind bars after his conviction on racketeering and sex trafficking charges.
R. Kelly is spending more time in prison after being sentenced federally for child pornography and enticement of minors for sex.
If we had paid closer attention, we might have seen R. Kelly's intentions long before they made headlines. When asked whether he was attracted to underage girls, instead of giving a clear answer, he dodged the question, revealing more than he probably intended.
Wondering about you. Do you like teenage girls?
When you say teenage, how are we talking?
Girls who are teenagers.
19?
19 and younger.
I have some 19-year-old friends, but I don't like anybody illegal if that's what we're talking about, underage.
Our next guest is in his 7th season playing Hyde on the Fox sitcom That 70s Show. Please welcome Danny Masterson.
In 2023, Danny Masterson was convicted of assaulting 2 women and sentenced to 30 years to life in prison. Following the headline, a 2004 clip from his appearance on the Conan O'Brien show resurfaced, and suddenly, everyone realized that the hints were right in front of our eyes.
There's also certain words that there's nothing you can do about. Like my friend Bodie Elfman, he always teases me and he says, "Hi, my name is Danny Masterson. Would you like to touch my balls?" You know, do an imitation of me, because certain words
why
you
are
just
you
can't get
asking
away
people
with.
to do that? That's the more important question. I've heard about you. And you'll be caught soon. I know you will.
I will.
Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis took Danny Masterson's side during his trial. This prompted the accusers to resurface a clip showing that Masterson and Ashton had regularly made bets on kissing young actresses.
It was my first kiss. Why don't you tell me what bet you made with Danny about our first kiss?
No, it wasn't the first kiss.
No,
It was like
go
the
ahead,
second or
Ashton.
third kiss.
It was the first. It was like the first week.
No, it was not the first week.
Okay. Then Danny goes to him and goes, dude, I'll give you $10 if you French kiss her. What would you stick your tongue in my mouth or some?
What? No.
For $10.
You're making it sound like it was like really. Okay, Dan, we had a little side bet, don't we?
Yet another clip was made to light, showing Ashton making a hugely inappropriate comment on 15-year-old Hillary Duff.
Hillary Duff is in Lizzie McGuire. She also has an album out. She's going to be in a movie called Cheaper by the Dozen. And she's one of the girls that we're all waiting for to turn 18, along with the Olsen twins.
Back off, baby.
Just getting a little kiss.
No.
Back in 1991, despite the reporter clearly refusing, Red Hot Chili Peppers frontman Anthony Kiedis continued to push her boundaries.
You have the added pressure of the whole world watching every move that you're making. Back off, baby.
Just getting a little kiss.
No.
Kiss besides.
Oh, God.
All right, this is a little kiss.
You know, people are watching this. You're making me blush.
The tension lingered, and eventually, the interviewer had no choice but to cut things short.
What do you say? When's the last time I ejaculated into Melvin Marcos' shoes?
Stop it. Okay, we're going to end this interview now because you're causing big trouble. I
was just repeating the question.
Do you know that?
I was just repeating the question.
My whole life to do that, to end an interview because fans have misbehaved, and you've given me the absolute opportunity.
Perfect gentleman.
Yeah, you are.
However, that's not quite as bad as the next case, where borderline sexual harassment unfolded on live TV. Back in 2009, The Proposal hit theaters, featuring Sandra Bullock in a now infamous half-nude scene. During a movie interview, things took an awkward turn when the reporter seemed a little too interested in discussing that particular moment.
Sandra Bullock, good morning, welcome back.
Thank you.
It's been 2 years since you've been here.
Has it?
It has been. March, I think 15th, the Ides
Are
of
you
March.
counting?
I am. It's been hard.
Sad.
It's been hard. The major thing that's changed since you were here last?
Yes.
I have now seen you naked.
And I'm so sorry about that.
I have seen you naked.
Were you able to sleep afterwards? Why are you looking down?
It's now my screensaver.
Why did you look down
I
when
was
you said
looking
that?
at my notes.
Not your notes are not over here.
They were right there.
The interview continued like any other, but it didn't take long before the reporter circled back and brought it up again, and that's when Sandra had enough.
Did I mention you have a nude scene in this movie?
Pretty much from the time you opened your mouth. Yeah.
Sandra Bullock, come back more often.
No, not after this interview. I'm out of here.
You're out of here, I know.
Not long after, multiple women came forward with allegations against the reporter, accusing him of harassment and ultimately leading to his dismissal.
Just moments ago, NBC News Chairman Andy Lack sent the following note to our organization. Dear colleagues, on Monday night, we received a detailed complaint from a colleague about inappropriate sexual behavior in the workplace by Matt Lauer.
Even Katie Couric had warned us about Matt back in 2012.
You co-hosted the Today Show with Matt Lauer for 15 years. What is Matt's most annoying habit?
He pinches me on the ass a lot.
Wow! I wouldn't have a problem with that.
In one of the most awkward and borderline inappropriate interview moments, we have Fast and Furious star Vin Diesel.
So I found out that your real name is Mark.
What? The guys say something. Someone say something.
No, never heard of it. Didn't hear.
What? What happened there?
Marco Vincenzo, pero tú sabes.
Just a few minutes in, Vin couldn't help but express how starstruck he was by the interviewer, making things instantly uncomfortable.
God, you're so beautiful. God, she's so beautiful, man. Am I right or wrong? Look at her. How am I supposed to do this interview? Look at this woman.
Tell me your story.
She's so beautiful. Coño, man. Talk to me, baby. Tell me your story. Tell me yours. Let's get out of here. Let's go. Let's go have lunch. My God, I love her. Look how beautiful she is.
Thank you.
God, wow, man.
So, Tom Hanks?
Wow, man.
Visibly flustered, the interviewer tried to steer things back on track, an exercise in futility.
I found out that you are a nerd like me. You love Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm anything like you because I love you.
But
I'm anything like you because I love you. Guys, really? Look how beautiful she is. You guys think it's a joke. How am I supposed to sit over here when I'm looking at such beauty? Come on, guys. She's so beautiful. I'm in love. I'm in love with the interview.
And just when you thought it couldn't get any more awkward.
Am I the only one that's saying it? Look at her. She's so beautiful. It's like you can't even do an interview with her because you're just like, da, 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 da. Right or wrong? Oh my God, guys, someone save me. When did this turn into Beautiful World?
In 2010, Lindsay Lohan was going through a difficult time, battling addiction and entering rehab. A serious life event like this should never be used for ridicule. But it seems David Letterman didn't get the memo.
Aren't you supposed to be in rehab now? And how long will you be in rehab?
3 months.
How will this time be different? What are they rehabbing, first of all? What is on their list? What are they going to work on when you walk through the door?
We didn't discuss this in the pre-interview.
No. Is it like alcohol? Do you drink too much?
We've discussed this in the past.
Oh, did we really? When did we discuss?
Well, because
I'm the one who's having the blackout. You got to stop drinking. They don't let you drink in rehab.
It was a joke.
I know.
Party on the bed. Hey, Mama said don't jump on the bed. We jumping.
I was coming off of being in Miami a night of partying. I don't really remember what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Would you like a reminder?
Yeah, sure.
Play some.
Hey, yo, listen, yo, I love it all. I love it all, man.
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping.
That was you.
Scrambling.
What? You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy. When you scrambling and scraping for
Hey, man.
Miami, me and Puff met while I was on the radio. You know, when I'm breaking records, spinning records. Met him through a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? And we just became real brothers.
Yeah, I can't tell you about the first time I met him the real truth. Yeah, I just can't speak on it, you know.
Yeah, some stories gotta be untold.
Yeah.
God is great.
God is great. That we don't have to live that way anymore.
Yeah, we blessed.
He came through.
Yeah.
Make sure you know he came through.
Yeah.
Trunk full.
Yeah.
Trunk was full.
It's wild to think the signs were right there in plain sight this whole time, but thankfully, the truth has a way of rising to the surface, and eventually, people get what they deserve. Which of these moments shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.